Welcome to Deep Focus. I'm your host, Mitch Goldman. This is part 3 of 3 parts of a show that aired August 19th, 2024. That was a Monday. Melvin Gibbs in the studio with me, and our topic is Sun Ra. If you didn't hear parts 1 and 2, I'd go listen to them first, and then I'd listen to every other episode ever from Deep Focus. And if you do that, wow, it's going to take you a couple of weeks. There's a lot of episodes out there. You'll find them all by subscribing to Deep Focus. Okay, here we go. This is part 3. Melvin Gibbs on Sun Ra. Sun Ra, Chicago. You're in Chicago. Don't worry. Don't worry. We wouldn't let you miss any of that. You're listening to WKCR FM New York, WKCR HD, WKCR.org, anywhere around the world. 89.9 FM here in New York City, where we're doing the show. If it's August 19th, 2024, then you're hearing us live. I'm Mitch Goldman. I'm your host, and I'm very happy to have Melvin Gibbs here in the studio with me.
Thank you, Mitch. I'm very happy to be here.
We are having a blast. We are really enjoying the music of Sun Ra, and this is some rare recordings from the WKCR archives that even big-time Sun Ra fans might not have heard. This particular show from September 1st, 1984, and an all-star version of the orchestra. In fact, it's billed as Sun Ra All-Stars. And Melvin, you getting the vibe? You feel like you're in Grant Park?
Yeah, I'm feeling very, very Chicago-y. It's very, very,
It's kind of a homecoming for Sun Ra. I mean, he didn't grow up there, but that is where the orchestra first took form.
Yep, he was there and made a big impression on the town while he was there.
Yeah, and the music, of course. You know, right? Louis Armstrong made his way up the river. Yep. And sojourned in Chicago. And yeah, it sounds like there is a bravura kind of spirit in this. I'm just picturing a big house full of people, and folks come out. It's sounds like, I mean, it's interesting. And back to what you were saying earlier about Sun Ra and the ability to do something really high-minded and play to the cheap seats and to the folks at the same time.
Yep. Yeah, it's really important. I mean, that's just, I at the point of overstating it a little bit, I think that just more people in this, quote, jazz, unquote, creative music, whatever you want to think about it, should think in terms of, what engagement is, as opposed to just thinking in terms of aesthetics. Because I mean, there's multi levels. There's like what is collective aesthetic as opposed to individual aesthetic, and that's that's what's really interesting to me about Sun Ra, because it does. You can't, it's like it lends itself to multiple levels of analysis. It's musical and social.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Melvin Gibbs is here in New York City, playing tomorrow night at Sisters Brooklyn, 900 Fulton Street. And what else we want to tell the folks about that? You're doing I'm
doing my I call it the pirate radio show. I'm going to be doing electronics and playing bass live and weaving in a bunch of stuff, found recording, stuff I've recorded off the radio, stuff that I've made at home, and creating and spontaneous composing while I'm there. So it's all going to be multiple levels like that.
I like it. It's a place to be tomorrow night, August 20th, 2024. And you said 8:30 is a good time to get there? Or?
Well, I'll get there like around 8-ish, so you can check a little bit of the set a little bit of what's going to be going on before I get there. But I'm probably going to hit the stage around 8:30. So.
All right. Well, should we go back to Grant Park?
Yeah, let's go back to Grant Park.
Grant Park. All right. Music from Sun Ra All Stars in Chicago Jazz Festival, September 1st, 1984. It's Deep Focus on WKCR.
is in the hands of fate. You've been a puppet in a paw, a puppet in a paw, in the hands of fate. If you want a better world, you got to find faith. And faith is in a pleasant mood. So you can change your destiny, change your destiny, change your destiny. You got to change your destiny, change your destiny, change your destiny. You got to find faith. spaceway. Travel spaceway. Planet to planet. We travel spaceway. Travel spaceway. Planet to planet. Travel spaceway. Travel spaceway. From planet to planet. Yeah, da 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 da. We travel spaceway. From planet to planet. We travel spaceway. From planet to planet. We travel space. Planet to planet. The second star is Jupiter. 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 Our spaceway incorporated. If you find us going, you find us going. It's the same old same thing. Same old same thing. No news is good news on planet Earth. I said no news is good news on planet Earth. Come on, sign up. Come on, sign up. It's our spaceway incorporated. 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 Come on, sign up. Spaceway incorporated. Incorporated. Come on, sign up. Sign up. Our spaceway incorporated. Our spaceway incorporated. Rocket number 9, take off from the planet Venus. Rocket number 9, take off from the planet Venus. Rocket number 9, take off from the planet Venus. Move. Up in the air. Up. Move. Up in the air. Rocket number 9, take off from the planet Venus. Rocket number 9, take off from the planet Venus. Travel spaceway. Travel spaceway. From planet to planet. We 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 travel spaceway. From planet to planet. Yes, we travel spaceway. From planet to planet. Our spaceway incorporated. Our spaceway incorporated. Come on and sign up. Come on and sign up. Come on and sign up. About spaceway. About spaceway. Yeah, da. Power spaceway. From planet to planet. Yeah, da. We travel spaceway. From planet to planet. We travel spaceway. From planet to planet. We travel spaceway. From planet to planet. We travel spaceway. From planet to planet.
Oh, man. It felt like we were in the room with them, didn't it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's proving the point I was saying earlier about people thinking that the music is, avant-garde and it's too hard for people, but you can hear the audience response. It's just like, they're right there with them. It's just a matter of, how you drive the ship, and he's obviously the captain of the ship.
Yes. That is the key. That is, I think you just put your finger on it. You're listening to WKCR. The show's called Deep Focus. I'm your host, Mitch Goldman. Melvin Gibbs here with me, and Melvin chose the topic of Sun Ra for our focus. We went into the WKCR archives and came out with this recording from billed as Sun Ra All-Stars, Chicago Jazz Festival, Grant Park, Chicago, September 1st, 1984. And it is a pretty all-star lineup, really. Probably Ronnie Brown on trumpet, possibly Al Evans on flugelhorn, Tyrone Hill, trombone and vocals, Marshall Allen, alto, flute, iwi, percussion, John Gilmore, tenor sax, clarinet, iwi, timbales, Zane Massey, tenor saxophone, Charles Tyler, bari sax, James Jackson, bassoon, flute, Inf/D. I believe that's the ancient Egyptian infinity drum. Yeah. And I think that was him on the vocals on Mac the Knife. Pete Cozy on guitar. Tyler Mitchell on the bass. Rashid Ali on the drums. Wilbur Campbell also playing drums. And, this one, thank you for calling our attention to this, Melvin, and to what you were saying. Yeah, I mean, there were parts of that set that were as blast off for Planet 99,000, and yet when they went out, the whole crowd was chanting, cheering, clapping in time, singing along, and he's just got him in the palm of his hand, doesn't he?
The man was a master, and it's interesting, hearing the whole history of the music, going back to Fletcher Henderson or whatever, it's kind of like I've been actually doing a deep dive again on Fletcher's music in the last little bit. And, just hearing the history of the music come through in a way that, isn't academic. It's just like, okay, did he live through it? And, the fact that he came up through that, and as I said earlier, this whole thing of he's hearing something totally different, like in the 40s or 50s or whatever. And, 40 years later, he's doing that. And now 80 years later, we're still listening to it. And it's still kind of influential on what people are doing in so-called current, cutting edge music. It's pretty amazing to think about,
Yeah. Yeah. And he still loved that Fletcher Henderson music. It's not like he was dead set on overthrowing it and driving it into the dirt. He brought it with him. He brought everything with him.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just really, really inspirational just in terms of, we talked about the band Harriet Tubman that I'm a part of. And one of the sort of frames of what we do is that we take the music of our generation, which is, soul, rock, whatever, and we put it through the same blender that Sun Ra or, Art Ensemble or Arnett would put it through, but we do it in terms of the information of our generation. And so it's the same idea, you can take, it's really about how you think about what you're doing as opposed to, okay, it's a question of what, not how. It's a question of what you're thinking about, not about how you do the music, So, and it's listening to him, he makes it very obvious what he's thinking about. He's thinking about outer space, and he's thinking about, the bigger frame of Afrofuturism is, on space. Obviously, there won't be any racism. Doesn't necessarily have to be racism. I mean, Elon Musk wants to institute slavery on Mars or whatever, but we're not going to allow that. To derail. Did anybody really notice that he had put this thing up there where you could basically, if you wanted to go to Mars, you could go as an indentured servant?
No.
Yeah, it was like, you can come to Mars and you can work it off.
What? Really?
Yes.
Oh, well, you know what? There's no jurisdiction up there.
Yeah. So, but I think in the whole point of Afrofuturism is that in the future, these categories not the whole point, but what is attractive to the idea of Afrofuturism to me is you can imagine a world where these things that we have to deal with are not applicable. I'm speaking as black people, of which I am one, that these things we have to deal with are not applicable. And that's very much what drives Sun Ra's music.
Yeah. 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 He is entirely unencumbered because he decided he is in the universe that he created. Yeah. Which is, that's just inventing the universe. Yeah, well, no big deal.
Yeah, but I think it's a great thing. I mean, it's funny, talking about, veering off a little bit into politics, talking about identity and all of that. I feel like if you're going to be a musician, a jazz musician, a creative person, part of that is respecting freedom, man, and respecting everybody's ability to be free in whatever way they want. I just think that if you call yourself a creative and you're not doing that, you're not really being true to what you say it is you're doing, So, I mean, so in that sense, I just always find Sun Ra fascinating because he just really, it's very obvious that that's where he's coming from.
Yeah. Melvin Gibbs is at Sisters Brooklyn tomorrow night, Tuesday, August 20th, 2024, 900 Fulton Street in the BK. And you'll want to be there for that. You're doing, you said solo bass and the Ableton Push electronics. Yeah. And what else can we tell folks about that you might...
I'll be dropping some things from my latest album. My latest album was an electronic music album. People know me as a jazz musician, but well,
they know you as a lot of things.
Yeah, some people. Yeah, exactly. Some people know me as a rocker. It's funny when people always ask me, "What kind of music do you do?" My usual response is, "What kind of music do you like?" And then I can give them something from whatever variety of music that they like that I've done. But there's going to be I'll have some more kind of cutting edge electronic stuff along with the bass stuff, and as I've said earlier, think of it as my version of a pirate radio show. It's gonna be a lot of different colors. Some of them are going to be things that you recognize as music, and some of them are going to be, as Vernon Reid said, is that music? So we're going to go all over. We're going to go all over the map with it.
We love that. All right. Well, we've got we got literally 4 minutes left, but what we do have is a little bit of that. We've got the whole second set. You want to pick a track to roll out with?
I wanted to hear some of that piano stuff that he was doing at the top of the second set.
Yeah. So the first track on the second set, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me find that for us.
And I want to thank you once again, Mitch, for asking me to come up here. It's always a pleasure, and it's always I love sharing with people.
Thank you for coming. It was, I tell you, it was meant to be. It was it's actually kind of a little ridiculous how perfectly it worked out for you to be here when it just, as I said, we could call it fate in a pleasant mood.
Yes.
And so thank you for coming through. And I'm looking forward to having a blast tomorrow night.
Yay.
And we're all right. We're rolling out with going back to the old Waldorf. And I think this is a little improv, actually. So let's hear what he's got to say. All right. It's WKCR FM New York, WKCR HD, WKCR.org, 89.9 FM. Find Deep Focus on your favorite podcasting app. And we will see you over there. Melvin Gibbs, thank you again for coming through. I'm Mitch Goldman. And the last word, anything else to be said?
Peace on earth. Goodwill towards all.
I am all for that. I am all for that. Oh, nope, not that. Not that. Hold on. But that would have been perfect.
Goodwill towards all. Peace on earth. Once again, I get to say it twice.
Yes, you do. Please do. All right. Cut. Come on. Don't make me look bad. They're clapping for you.